What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the heaviest show in the universe. We talk about metal, we talk about all things brutal, and today we are talking about what is the best of the freshman Big Four albums. Let's get into it. Alright, so for those of you who are unfamiliar, the Big Four is often referred to as the Big Four of thrash metal, and they came out all around the same time from 1983 to 1985, and they were the most popular, the biggest, the best. These bands were Anthrax, Megadeth, Slayer, and Metallica. And of course, they were the Big Four for a reason. So everyone's got their own favorite thrash band, sure. Everyone's gonna say like, oh, no way, man, like Creator's the best. No way, Destruction is the best. No way, Sodom, bro. Dude, listen. There's a reason why they're the Big Four. And it's not because they were terrible at making music, all right? Just because they're the most popular. There's this thing in metal, it's like the most popular stuff, they're always sellouts. They're not good. It's just everyone likes them because they're popular. But they actually suck. No, that's not the case. Get out of here with that elitist crap. All right? They're the Big Four for a reason, and they all released banging first freshman albums, and we're gonna rank them from best to worst today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna listen through every single one front to back, and you guys are going to see my reaction in real time. Of course, I've heard these albums hundreds of times, but it's been a while since I listened to each and every single one front to back. And so to get an actual proper perspective on this, I'm going to go through, listen to front to back. You're going to see my reaction, and I'm going to be taking down notes as we go. Let's start off with Anthrax's first album, A Fistful of Metal. Okay, so the first song, Death Rider, right off the bat, it's a very prototypical early thrash song, but it gets you banging your head. It's a great way to actually start off an introduction to Anthrax. Neil Turbin, his vocals, they don't really compare to Joey Belladonna's. The screams, he does get high. He's not as talented as Joey in the way he's able to hold those higher notes. And second is that Charlie Benante is as legendary as he has ever been, or right off the bat on this, like that double kick with the that's pretty ahead of its time by at least a year and a half, so that's pretty sick to hear and actually have a realization of that right off the bat. The song has a cover on it by Alice Cooper called I'm 18. Pretty interesting. It kind of gets you in the door. It kind of has people like, oh, you covered this popular song, I'll check you out, kind of thing. So good for them on doing a cover on their first album. We're going to see how it sounds. This is the worst song of the three that I've listened to so far. It was really boring. It just wasn't that good. It wasn't good. Let's just go to the next one. Oh! Charlie Benante killing it, man. Panic, good song. It's a good song. Again, what is standing out on this album, 4 tracks in, is Charlie Benante. The guy is a legend from the get-go. This is really cool to see just like how epic he has always been. So Subjugator was really subpar until that like cool breakdown riff. That was sick. That was pretty sick. So the thing that I'm seeing consistently now, 6 songs into the album, is that this is just, it's pure thrash. It's very, like, I mean, it's 1984. It was when thrash was brand new, and it was just becoming what it would be known as for the rest of time. So this is very baseline, very bare bones thrash, and it's just kind of boring. Man, those vocals, guys. Those vocals are just not good. All right. This song started off with some sick soloing, but it kind of tapered out after that. And I mean, Neil Turbin, the vocalist, he sounds like he's singing for a glam metal band, to be honest with you. You know, he's trying to be a thrash vocalist like Joey would be, but I just don't think he has the range or the aggressiveness to really keep up with the pacing of thrash. Damn, they really picked it up with that song. That is the best song off this album. Easily, by far. An instrumental. Yeah, that was good. So these last 2 songs have been pretty damn killer. Harmony part, so maybe I'll give it because it had that, I'll give it a pass. Alright, so the final verdict, Fistful of Metal. So I'm trying to be as lenient as possible in realizing that this was just like the start of thrash metal in 1984. This was released in. This was actually produced quite well. I mean, this is the 2009 reissue from Megaforce, but it's still like, you can still tell the production quality was good, even for that time. It is especially better than, for instance, what you were hearing from Exodus off Bonded by Blood. Charlie Benante on the drums, who is killing it this whole album. If it wasn't for his drumming filling out a vast majority of the songs in this album, this would be a terrible album. It'd be very boring. Adding up every individual score that I gave each song off of here, it adds up to a whopping 6.43 Dave Mustaines out of 10. All right, now we are going to roll a dice to see what the next album we listen to is. So if we roll a 1 or a 2, it's going to be Show No Mercy. If we roll a 3 or a 4, it's going to be Kill 'Em All. And if we roll a 5 or a 6, it is going to be Killing Is My Business. And business is damn good. Woo! Killing is my business. And business is good. right off the bat. This is way better, man. This is, at least this first song. We're going to go through, we're going to listen to all these with a level head. And Dave Mustaine had this experience of starting Metallica, starting thrash metal in around 1980 to 1983, and then having a couple years in between to bring out this album in 1985. So he had a bit more time than the guys in Anthrax. Now, of course, everyone's going to talk about the vocals. The thing is that everything else makes up for what could possibly be lost if you believe that the vocals are bad. Gar Samuelson is like a praying mantis on those drums. He is every bit as good as Charlie Benante, even maybe better at this point. And Dave and Chris Poland on the guitars, absolutely killing it. You can see the jazz influence that Gar brought into the band and from what Dave had in his early childhood really playing out. If you didn't hear it on the first song, you definitely heard it on this song. That kind of groovy intro riff where he's crawling up and down the fretboard. Gar's on the hi-hat, like this is great. One of the best parts about this song, bridge main riff, where it's like that is just a subtle little tiny thing that just other thrash bands, they just don't have that. And truly, if I had the technology personally available to pick each song apart and show you the different parts, I would love to highlight the drumming in this song. If you're interested in hearing some of the most unique metal drumming that's ever been heard, you can definitely just go and listen to this song. So this song, Rattlehead, is good. This is a culture song. This is a big thing with thrash metal. They were so proud about kind of not being glam metal. They're like, oh, we're gonna hold the torch for metal, and if you don't like it, you're a poser, and all of this stuff. And so thrash metal really had these culture songs. So things like Bonded by Blood, bang your head against the stage and metal takes its price. Bonded by Blood. We're bonded by blood because we are all in the pit together and those glam guys aren't. I'm not a big fan of culture songs. They're kind of cringy. It's stupid. It's like, dude, who cares? Like, who cares if you think you're better than glam metal? It can be funny, but mostly they're cringy. Okay, so we're gonna highlight a riff right here. Solo is gonna be in the forefront, but you really want to hear that rhythm riff in the background. That's what makes this album very good so far, is the way that Dave Mustaine's rhythms are really supporting the way Chris Poland is just screeching on the guitar. A lot of people don't understand that what can make a solo really, really good is the rhythm guitarist behind it supplying a fantastic rhythm that really makes you bang your head. The drumming on this is really what makes this a thrash metal song, because if you take the main riff, it kind of just sounds like a really kind of higher paced heavy metal song, maybe some classic new wave of British heavy metal song, or like an Iron Maiden sound. But then you take that drumming, that really is like, damn, that's a thrash metal song now. So you take the dun dun ba da da dun dun ba da 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 dun dun, and then you take the, and it makes it a thrash song. It's so cool. Oh, this is sick. So that boom ba da 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 ba da 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 boom ba da da da, like that going in, and then it adds some guitar fills. And then it goes right into the solo. Like, these guys are just jamming. These guys are just jamming and creating something that is so fucking sick. It feels like they're all just chilling out in the studio. Man, this is fun stuff. This is a fun album. Man, Looking Down the Cross, that is easily the best song off this album so far. Yeah, this end solo is pretty sick. So that's the mechanics. Is it better than the Four Horsemen? You have to stay tuned to find out. And so now we have the cover song. There was some controversy with this cover. The original artist, Nancy Sinatra, was like, what did you do to this? You made an abomination of my song. And Dave's like, all right, well. So apparently they have to edit it out in order for her to not sue him into oblivion or something. Ooh, that drumming, bro. Alright, that was okay. The drumming really saved that song. The soloing was good, but I mean, it was just kind of boring. Good cover, better than Anthrax's cover. That was terribly boring and subpar. Alright, so Megadeth's first album, Killing Is My Business, and Business is good. Man, this is a fantastic album, front to back. And here are the individual ratings for each song off this album. As you can see, Looking Down the Cross was easily my personal favorite and what I thought was the best. The mix of Gar Samuelson's drumming, the mix of David Ellefson's awesome bass grooves, and the way Dave Mustaine and Chris Poland feed off each other through the whole song and honestly this whole album. But it really was just at a pinnacle on Looking Down the Cross. Of course, Killing Is My Business, the title track, is another fantastic one, and Chosen Ones is up there as well. And the final score of this album is 8.14 Dave Mustaine's out of 10. All right, everyone, that is the end of part 1 of the review of the Big Four's freshman albums. Stay tuned for next week where we go over Show No Mercy and Kill 'Em All. What do you think? Do you think Fistful of Metal is better than Killing Is My Business? Let me know how wrong I am down below. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. Hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out the playlist for this week's episode down below. We will see you next week for the heaviest show in the universe.